Clear tape over here, so you can see a little reverse light action. Nice touch. Over here, all red, so you have a little contrast. That way you get clear on that side, red on this side. All right, my first video about the new truck, or new to me truck, I did a little bit of repair work on it, and that's still coming along really well. As a few people pointed out online, the best thing to do would be to get all the mechanicals, all the engine stuff, all the systems working 100% before messing with anything else. But I'm gonna pull off the bed. I just want it out of here. Oh, I got like a fishing hook and a bobber. That is so sweet. Someone was doing a little late night fishing stuff going on. I'll have to keep that. Okay, so never having installed a bed liner like this, I didn't really know how it came out, but I think I figured out the holy grail. All right, now brace yourselves. It's not totally pretty. We do have just the slightest bit of rust in the bed. I was thinking that liner was just a little bit soft in a few spots, so it's definitely been eased up on. That was one of those moments where you thought your corded impact was totally going to do it, but no, not moving them at all. Oh! Alright, bent the T50. Kind of gave it like a spiral. Here is your extreme close-up of how that worked out. Not too bad, pretty good sized bolt. So I've just got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those guys to do. And I kind of like this guy who had this truck before me, you know, all this stuff under the bed liner. And, you know, Michelob drinker, but not the straight up Michelob. This is the Michelob Amberbach. So a little fishing. A little beer, 2 rust holes. Just take care of that right there. I got 1 bolt off, 2 bolts off. 3rd one's killing me. I'm down to my last low budget disc. Tinky Sue, you gotta go back in the shop. Come on, let's go back in the shop. Come on, come on, back in the shop. Hop up, go on, go on. Good job. You wanna get your paw dirty working on that truck. This disc is beginning to show signs of wear, so that was my last one. I got 2 bolts left. 1, 2, but I'm definitely gonna have to get another disc, I think, maybe. Maybe I can repair this one. Okay, the bolts are out. I'm just kind of curious about how heavy this thing is. Oh, it's not bad at all. I think maybe all the rust and stuff kind of helped it out. It's really not that heavy. I was thinking like definite block and tackle. There's like nothing to that thing. All right, the one thing I haven't paid attention to at all, I pulled most of the wiring, but this guy, how the heck do you get the gas tank nozzle to like fall back through that hole? You know, the thing about a project like this is you could probably look up every single step on the interwebs, but it's kind of fun to have like a little bit of surprise. I don't really know what this is gonna do, but I'm gonna drop the screw in the tank. All right, Oh, there's 3. It's now kind of loose. Even if the bed is totally rusted out and trashed and I can't sell it, maybe I could sell that tailgate. That was kind of like the subtle, easy approach. All right, let's take a first look at this dude. I was hoping for 0 rust. It's actually not too bad. Frame members look okay. This stuff is totally shitted out, but the frame is good. I mean, this truck is relatively new. It's a 2004. Yeah, so cleaned up. A little spray paint might help, but otherwise, I'm not too freaked out. Definitely need to nuke these guys. Frame members look okay. The risers, oh, these guys are solid. This is what I'm thinking I will use as most of the foundation for the flatbed. I guess I put the cap back on there. Hey, there's my cap. Excellent. There we go. All right, so that was totally graceless. Not really the way to do it. Not at all the way to do it. You gotta hoist that thing up, but instead I just shoved it off. I should show you guys that I do have a hoist. Actually, I've got 2 that I could have used. One is here on my ceiling, and it's awesome. This one here on my ceiling is pretty good. Chain hoist. I would have had to have moved a few things though, so that would have taken some work. And then I've got another one in the barn too, so I think for me it was just the satisfaction of pushing that thing off that just made me do it. Okay, now you're back. All right, come on. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, you gotta let it go. Let it go. Come on, let it go. Okay, good job. Okay, here we go. Oh. Okay, I dribbled the hose on this just a little bit to get the crud off it. I also hit the bolts with a little grinder just to knock them off. So the connecting bolts were 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. So those guys are ready to go for the new setup. And you can just kind of see what's going on. There's like a little bit of superficial surface rust, I'd call it, but nothing bad. You know, main frame members are right here. They're fine, not rusted out or anything. I always wonder about things like this. There's like a little pit here that, you know, no matter how much I ran the hose in it, it's still got little rocks and stuff. It's just like designed to attract aquatic species. You know, you clean your vehicle and you clean like the outside, but you can never really get up in there and clean things like this little pocket right here. So anyway, I did some dribbling with the hose. I'll show you the other side too. Around here, pretty much same deal. Frame's looking okay to me. A little bit of rust, not so bad. I was talking with my boy Finn last night, and I was like, yo Finn, I'm gonna paint the frame. And he totally told me not to. He's like, Dad, you paint the frame, you just encapsulate all that rust and it's gonna rust from the inside out. So he saved me a step. I'm not gonna paint the frame. I'm not gonna do anything to the frame. Frame's fine. That's kind of dangling. It just doesn't seem right. All right, so I guess the first step is to finish up disconnecting some of the wiring here and pull this lovely, kind of wonderfully angled back bumper. I've got a little bit of a dilemma about the sensors. You know, this guy's a 2004. I think I'm gonna delete those guys, but I'm not gonna wipe them out right away. If I can get them apart, just in the future, maybe I wanna use them. So I was just fussing with the spare tire, trying to drop it down, and dang it, if in the glove box isn't the actual spare tire key, which had never been opened, and it's got this funky little clover leaf, little proprietary kind of locking gizmo. So I guess this fits in here and it goes in there. You know, you really couldn't think of something more complicated for getting a spare tire out, but and then, oh, I can't believe that works. It looks like it's never been done. Spare tire is rusty, but it's actually lowering. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. This truck, man, it's a truck of mystery and good stuff. I kind of forgot to unhook like the most important wire of them all, the 7-pin hitch. So I need to do that before I dramatically drop the bumper. All right, now you can kind of get a look and a feel for the actual bare bones of the structure. I think you get the hitch sticking out in the back, which is going to stay, and even the hitch has a little bit of the shape here. So I'm thinking about bringing the bed back kind of over the tire, have that kind of tire stick out kind of look. Not too much, just a little reveal, maybe do that first tread, and then tuck it back for this section. Maybe a little tuck back here, tighten up the back end, have the hitch be real prominent and easy to get to, and the taillights and stuff sort of back in this area. Oh, but that always sucks because then you always walk into the hitch. All right, so maybe the hitch won't stick out too much. All we gotta do is sort of remember where these various wires go to and what they're for and whatnot. I do have some stuff in deep storage back here, so before going to the steel yard, it's always good to see what's around. 12 feet of 1-inch tubing, foot of angle iron, nice. Okay, I promise you I got more socked away. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, deep storage reveals. At one point I thought I was gonna be using a lot of 1-inch tubing, so I've got 4 pieces of this stuff. I think this is all 20-something foot, but this is a little more promising. I've got some 1, 2, 3 3x1s or 4x1s. I've got 4 of those guys. Also some really sweet oak beams. Absolutely no use for those yet. Four by 4 angle iron, and then this 3x3 tubing. That's going to be the main stuff. And then 1 sheet of 11 gauge. I found some 8-foot aluminum storage boxes on Craigslist at a pretty good deal. Those things can be really expensive new. These have a few holes in them and things like that, but I think I'll be able to tune them up. And Melissa and I are right now going out to check them out. Crew on board to go check out the 8-foot storage boxes.
Get on camera, the fact that you're like on the wrong side.
Wow. All right, so here is a look at the boxes right before it gets dark. Doors on each side, open down, don't have the key. They've got a few holes and things from previous mounts. So they'll take a little bit of, you know, silly putty or something to close up, but aluminum, not too heavy, and hella long, 8-footers. All right, first step in my patented method for making these angled brackets is to groove out the steel before bending it. I guess if I had some kind of crazy break, I wouldn't have to do this. But anyway, weaken the heck out of the steel, bend it, then weld it back up with a gusset. Oh, that is so good. I'm gonna show you how good that is. You can tell it's almost 90. Almost 90. Oh, it's so close. It's just a little more yanking and I'll be there. Yeah, that's it. So this is what it looks like before it's welded up. So just need to weld up this seam, really cook it with a couple layers, and fit my gusset in here for added strength. New pants just completely blew open. Kind of slightly embarrassing, but all fixed. All right, them's my brackets. I think they look pretty. Not like pretty, but like nasty pretty. All right, next thing, what do I need? A bunch of holes. Need some holes in these guys. And I don't know, cheap spray paint. All right, so we got no turning back now. We've actually welded things to the truck. And I don't know about you, but I've always found it really reassuring to weld like right next to the fuel tank. Now, Melissa and I have long debated if I was gonna set everything on fire on our property with this welding kick of mine, and I would just like to say that I put this guy in right over some dried leaves. No fire. All right, the brackets are on the truck. They just need to be tuned up a little bit, kind of like nipped off. I'm still playing with where these rails are gonna go exactly. I think closer together is better, just strength-wise. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for checking it out, and I will post another update ASAP as this flatbed project comes along.